First at 5:30, have servicemen and women at one of the nation's top military bases been drinking contaminated water for decades? I'm Nalina Shapiro. Jackie is off tonight. A startling new report is raising the red flag about contamination at Camp Lejeune dating back to the 1940s. Call for Action's Al Vaughter is caught up today with local veterans who are following these new developments very closely. Al?
Nalina, one researcher is quoted as calling chemicals in the wells at Camp Lejeune the highest levels of drinking water contamination in this country. A new study shows servicemen and servicewomen and their families used contaminated water at the Marine base from the early 1950s to as late as 1985.
They have a big issue on their hands.
Dave Hutchinson retired from the Marines after more than 20 years of service, many of those years spent at Camp Lejeune, the massive military base in North Carolina. For years, personnel living on and near the base drank, washed, and cooked with water coming from wells contaminated with a virtual cocktail of hazardous substances, including PCE, a dry cleaning solvent, TCE, an industrial cleaning solvent, and benzene, all linked to cancer and other medical issues.
Diesel spills were diesel spill. They didn't do the massive cleanups that they do now. They never really thought about that stuff back then because they didn't know.
Dave, who also worked with us at News 4, knew from surveys he's received over the years that water was a problem at Camp Lejeune. But in recent years, government research has shown that as many as 1 million former servicemen, their families, and civilian workers have been affected with serious illnesses, including men coming down with breast cancer. Officials cleaned up the water at the base by the mid-1980s. Hutch, as his friends call him, can recall 2 Marine buddies who died of cancer.
We were all stationed in the same place. One died from stomach cancer, and I'm not sure what the other cancer was of the other guy, but one was stomach cancer and one was something else, but he did die of cancer. And is it a coincidence?
And Hutch says something has to be done.
But it's a huge problem. And I think as time has gone on, it's gotten bigger and bigger.
Now, Congress, the Department of Veterans Affairs, and the Department of Defense and other government agencies have taken steps to help those with illnesses that are possibly linked to the contaminated water.